Okay, so we're going to do some setup. We're going to connect the XCN 750 up to a Kuhn fertilizer with a quantron A for section control. So firstly, we need to create a implement for the fertilizer, basically, because there's different settings for the fertilizer. So we go into implement and we'll create a new one. We'll start from scratch. Okay, so first thing we need to do is application or device. So we are going serial VR. So serial VR type, and we're going to scroll down, and we know it's a Trimble, so we're going to select Trimble. When we go from there, now it's going to retrieve the details from the quantron A. Okay, so it's done that now. So now we go on to spreading, and we want a self-propelled spreader rear application. So we're going there. So and it's told you there it's a quantron A Trimble serial connection. So we're now going in through the settings. It's telling us to fix them out. Application width 24 meters because it's retrieved it from the quantron. The only thing we need to do is we need to fill these in. So the physical width is 24 meters. Okay, physical length is 1 meter because that's the length of the fertilizer spreader. Basically, application control. Now this is where we need to set up the fertilizer specifically for the aerodynamic factor and the settings. So basically we're going to go into this channel and we're going to modify it. Okay, so the first time it's telling us it's a granular type fertilizer, material optional, don't worry about that. So application left right offset. Now this is where it gets interesting. So we're going to put application forward back offset. Now the first thing we need to know is how far the fertilizer is going to throw back. So we go back to our quantron screen and we go into menu and fertilizer settings, and we've already got a fertilizer in here. So setting the fertilizer settings. So it's going to tell us the GPS control info here because we've inputted a aerodynamic factor. The GPS control info is, it's telling us it's 13.5 with some other latency settings, but we're going to use a 13.5 to start off with. So back offset is 13.5. And so that figure marries that figure. Okay, so now we're going through to settings. I don't want to use rate control on the XCN, so I'm going to turn that off. You can if you want, it's up to you. So and then we're going to go now latencies. So basically we need to copy the settings, these settings, the latencies on and off into there. So we're looking at 0.3, 0.8. So 0.3. 0.8. I want some overlap, so we're going to put in 1 meter because we're running on EGNOS, so we're going to run on 1 meter overlap for a bit of safety. So adjustments, jump start speed, you use a fallback speed, so up to you whether you use that. The signal's pretty good on these things, so I wouldn't worry about it. And then it's going to give us a summary, and then we're going to tick it, and it comes back. So we've modified the channel now for the fertilizer, so that's that done. Inputs, lift switch, we haven't got a lift switch, and then we come to the end, so it's given us there, we've got our application for that fertilizer. So now it tells us there